Alright, what's going on, guys? This is Cole, aka Proximitty, bringing you a brand new video today. I'm doing a little bit of a controller setup video, talking about my controls and what controllers I use, things like that. I made one of these in the past, but it is very dated. I was still playing on my previous control layout when I made that, which I changed, I think, back in December, so it is very old. Okay, I killed that guy. Alright, let's go. Play a little Warzone Assault here, just have some gameplay going. You can see what I'm playing on, but as you can see here, if you notice, if you know what it looks like, you can see that I'm using the... Oh, no, that would've been so sick! Sorry, this is a live comm, as you can imagine, so I'm trying to... That's a triple, dude. Okay. You know, trying to commentate while talking. But I am using the Elite controller now. I got that this week. Pretty excited about it. It feels really good. It's a very well-made controller. Has a lot of cool features. I don't know if you guys know much about it. You probably should. It's out for a while. I'm not trying to sell you the Elite controller right now, but my previous one was having a little bit of trouble. The right stick on it was drifting a little bit whenever I would, like, stop moving. And so... I didn't really want that to try to affect me in a gunfight or anything. I didn't feel like it was, but I've been using the controller for a while. It was a little worn and torn, and after that started, I was like, you know, maybe it's time to grab a new one. I had been looking at scuffs for a while, just because I thought those are supposed to be really well built and they have some cool colors. Then I decided to go ahead and grab the Elite because I felt like, you know, Seth, AK Woxy has one. I messed with his a little bit, and I felt like that would be a cool thing to grab because it feels really good. Everything's magnetic. The sticks are magnetic. They feel very different. If you ever used one, you'll know what I'm talking about. That's just a lot of cool things, but I'm using no paddles on it. As you can see, I'm still playing Claw. There's no paddles back here. I know it's like, why would you buy that if you're not going to use the paddles? That's because I'm a freak, and I just like to use my finger here to press all the buttons. So I can do everything that I could with the paddles with this finger here. This little claw. This is the claw grip. If you don't know what that is what I'm currently using. That guy just tried to Spartan charge me. Cool, dude. So, yes, I still play with my regular controls. I didn't change anything on that end. I know some people are asking me, some people I said, or some of my friends I told I was getting an Elite, they're asking if I was stopping playing Claw, which is like, no, I would never do that. I have the option, because I have all the paddles, but I do that. I'm using the default sticks. These come with, these are questions I feel like I'm going to ask when I say I use the Elite now, so I just wanted to mention this. Go ahead and mention all of it. I use the default sticks. I don't use any of the extended. I don't use the dome. Still play with no paddles. I'm using... can I get this guy? No, okay. So, using no paddles, as I mentioned. I am using one of the trigger stops, and I'm using it on just the right one. This is the right one. As you can see, these switches here, you can turn on and off, and it makes it to where your trigger stops kind of halfway. If you can see here, it only pulls half part of the way, and this one goes all the way in. Oh, getting on the camera, there we go. So, pretty cool. That just kind of makes it to where it's kind of like, I don't know, like in Call of Duty, it would make it where I could pull my trigger faster, but in Halo, there's a set firing rate, so it actually makes no difference in the world. I just like the way it feels on the right one. I figured I should use some of the like new features. So I'm not using the paddles or anything. I was like, maybe I'll try the trigger stops, and that felt pretty good. I didn't like it on the left trigger though, which is my ADS. So I decided to just do it on the right one. So I play fish stick. That's been updated since I used to play Recon. That is the Call of Duty default controls, but I do remap the left stick with B. So B is crouch on fish stick default, but I want it on my left stick so I can strafe with it. And so I remapped it to my left stick, and now B is my sprint button. So that is how that works. Pretty cool. I've been using this for months now. I really enjoy it. If you haven't played Halo 5 with a left trigger ADS layout, I recommend that you try that out. Oh my god, where did all those guys come from? So that's what I currently play on. Just a few cool things about the Elite that I'm going to mention though. I just mentioned the trigger stops, very cool. You have the option to put 4 paddles in the back here. I just don't like using any. No, that's not even on the screen. So none is awkward trying to do this. Keep my hands on the screen. Yeah, but there's a switch here on the front here. I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't. There's a switch right there, and it has number 1 and a number 2. What's really cool is I can have 2 separate customized layouts on this controller, and all I have to do is switch in between the two to turn it on and off. So right here on this controller, I have the left stick and B changed. So left stick is B and B is left stick. But if I hit the switch here, now B is crouch. B is crouch, and left stick would be my sprint. So it's pretty cool how you can switch that back and forth. And why is that advantageous? For Halo, it's not. But if I want to go play another game and I don't want left stick to be my B button, I can just flip that really easy instead of having to go through the menus and change it back and then have to go change it back when I want to go back to Halo. So it's pretty cool. I'm happy with that. There's some nice little grips on here, which feel really nice. I had a scuff grip on my previous controller because Dallas had a scuff at one point and it broke, but he gave me the scuff grips on the side, so there were these side panels here on my previous regular controller. And so I had those, and I was gonna miss that a lot because I really like the way that feels. It just kind of feels like a tire, I guess, kind of that rubbery, sort of grippy feel. Not really like a tire. That's too rough. But you know what I mean. Same idea. So feels really nice. Feels super good. I'm using the Elite controller now, and I play on fish stick with 3 cents. 3. What am I rocking right now? Yeah, 3 cents. 5 aim XL. Off. You can see all my settings here. I have everything off except for the animations, which is turned off, but it says on. Inner and outer dead zones is 0. So that is how I play. That is a question I get asked very frequently, and I decided to make this. I was planning on making a video talking about the Elite, how I got it. I've been trying to adjust to it this week. It's taken a little bit, but used to, but I finally feel like I'm pretty used to it. As I mentioned before, the sticks are magnets. Everything's like magnetic on this controller. I made a metal part, it's just a better built controller than the previous one, and that really feels different. You can definitely feel the difference from a plastic joystick to a magnetic metal one. So that took a little time to get used to. Just to show you guys though, the people that don't know, this is pretty sweet. You can have like, there's multiple options here that come with it. Like this is a longer joystick, and I can just switch it out by just pulling off the short one and just sticking it right on. Very sweet, very customizable. Like I'm not trying to like, I guess this is kind of turned into like a look how great the Elite controller is. But now I'm playing with a taller stick, which some people prefer for like accuracy purpose. So it can like help your shot stay steady at like longer ranges and stuff. It feels really weird to me because I'm not used to it. You know, it's like the same thing as a Control Freak, but without having to buy a Control Freak. So, you know, if that's something that you like, then you can do that without having to buy an extra attachment. It just comes with it. There's also a mid-range, like the mid-length domed stick, kind of like the PlayStation sticks. Or the old PlayStation sticks, like PS3 and PS2. I think the new one's kind of different. But, very easy. Interchangeable parts, all magnetic. Super cool stuff. So, that is my current settings, guys. That is what I'm going to be linking everybody when I get asked in the comments. What I currently play with, what controller I use, and all that. So I do use the Elite controller, but I don't use paddles. So I know some people are gonna think I'm a freak for that, because I know that's like a common question. I see that in like comment sections. People will be like, "Oh, you know, what controller do you use?" And they'll be like, "Oh, I use the Elite." And then they'll say, "What do you have your paddles mapped to?" But I'm not using any paddles. I don't need them, and I don't really want to try to get used to them. So maybe I might throw on like maybe one paddle if I find a good use for it. But I don't really know what I would need it for. I certainly don't need it for jump, melee, anything like that. I don't know. You know, the claw grip pretty much takes care of everything. But if there's something like maybe like a thrust, but even then, like I don't need thrust because thrust on left bumper for me. I don't know. Maybe my stabilize, but everything's easy for me to hit. I don't need it, but maybe if I think of something, I'll put it on. But yeah, there it is, guys. Hope you guys find this interesting or educational, since everybody always seems to ask. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next one.